don't know. I try to go till about like 12:45 my time, and it's only 11:16.
Do you only film do you only post the first part of it on YouTube?
No, I break it into segments. So because the file format has to be a certain way now, I can't do like a full long logging crew video anymore. I have to break them into these segments. So I usually record from anywhere from 30 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on what's going on, and then I jump to the next video and start again. So you get kind of this broken up, segmented crew thing.
How hot is it up here?
Right now, it's not too bad. I think it's like, it's really clouded over today. I think it's probably like, I don't know, 18 degrees or something.
Yeah, about 15 right now.
15? Yeah, probably about that.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius, yeah. I don't plan to go outside though, so. I gotta work at the bar again tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
Grass? What's that?
Yeah, what's a Celsius? But last night was a little rough, but we'll see how it goes tonight. Hopefully everybody plays nice. Got it all out of their system. But yeah, man, frick those frickin' kids. There's some young guys too fighting. I don't know what the hell it was about. Somebody sucker punched somebody or something. I don't know. I didn't see it. I showed up at the afterworks. But just frickin' stupid. Just stupid. Stupid kids, man. I sound like I'm 100 years old, but it's true. They were just being dumb. And then the one kid, so we break up the fight, save the one kid from getting his little ass beat, and then lo and behold, I told them both, okay, whatever. Well, they both wanted to come back in the bar, and I was like, well, no, you guys both fought, so I don't want you back in here. And then they're both standing there, and they're like, oh, it's fine, we're good now. And I said, okay, well, you guys shake hands right now, and if you guys can shake hands without punching each other, then we'll give it a shot. And then they shook hands, and they were fine. And then the one guy went back outside again, and he's like, oh, I'm going to kill that guy. And I'm like, of course you are, because that's usually how it goes right after you meet up again after just fighting. So the one kid's like, oh, I don't want to fight, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. So he goes back inside. And I said, as long as you stay inside, we'll make sure nobody fights, it's fine. And then the kid changes his mind, and he's like, oh, I'm going to go out there. And I said, okay, well, like, the guy's out there, and he wants to fight you. I'm like, and now you're going to go out there? Do you want to fight him? Because you just told me you didn't want to fight him. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I said, if he starts beating the living shit out of you, I said, I'm not going to do anything about it. I said, I've given you fair warning. I've saved you one time already. If you're going to walk right back into the lion's mouth after I pulled you out of it, then I'm going to let him eat you. I don't give a shit. Like, it's like, don't care, buddy. He's like, oh, whatever, I'm a grown-up. And I was like, okay, well, you know, you have fun with that. Said the cops apparently don't care either, so don't get your teeth knocked out. What was that?
Good afternoon, y'all.
Hey, welcome.
What's the game name?
It's under Logging Crew. Sorry. Momentary lapse of memory. And there's no password. So you should be able to just...
Yeah, I'm joining in a sec here, so sync warning.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Hey, how come you're not putting the pup trailer on the trucks?
Oh, we just stopped doing it for multiplayer just because it was dragging ass. But we can, we keep switching between longs and shorts. So when we had shorts, we were always dropping the longs. We were always dropping the pup trailers. We could probably re-add them, but we need an actual full crew of like truck drivers and stuff. Like when it's really busy, I'll put the pups back on because then it gives more time for people to do stuff. But when there's only a small crew.
Process if you want me to drive the trucks.
Yeah, I can probably process if somebody else wants to load or whatever too.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I got one more scoop. Someone can take this truck.
I'm gonna bring this one back. I've been cheating and teleporting these trucks back, so because I'm way too lazy to drive all the way.
We'll go now then, I guess.
The truck's lined up ready to go through.
Sometimes just teleporting just feels better.
Sorry there, Maverick. I thought you were referring to this truck. My bad.
Yeah, no, you can have it right as soon as I put this down. I'll stay there. There you go. Yours.
Sweet.
So yeah, hopefully it's a little more tame this evening because I could go for just a nice, smooth evening.
The bar harass the waitresses.
Yeah, just that kind of stuff. That's way more relaxing, right? But We'll see.
Hopefully I don't lose power in the middle of this because there was tornadoes in my area. And,
God, I've been seeing that all over the place, tornadoes. Fuck, I'm glad we don't have those up here. Watched that one video on TikTok. The guy was like in his shed or whatever, or standing outside his little shed or house or whatever, and tornado whipped by and like took his shed, flew right off the ground, dragged his car over right almost in front of his door. I was like, oh shit. Those tornadoes ain't no joke, eh?
Would you rather tornadoes or hurricanes?
That one was a tornado apparently, but
Considering I live about 100 miles off the coast, I'd rather tornadoes.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I get smashed by both.
It's not even fun.
I'm gonna adjust this here. Hey, Tex, talk for a second.
Hello, hello?
You're really quiet on your end. Is it quiet for everybody else or just me?
Yep.
Turn your ass up, buddy. Do it. We want to hear your beautiful vocal cords.
I have Texas at 200, but he's fine for me right now.
Oh yeah, I don't want to crank him up to 200. Let's get him to crank his own self up a little bit.
Should be good.
Right on. All right, sell this crap. Why is there a random 880 just chilling up here?
This, free spool grapple thing when you're loading. That's crazy.
The dangle loader? Oh man, that's why nobody wants that side. It's like it's almost like guaranteed job security because nobody wants to use it. I love that thing.
Dangle loader. I'm used to it, considering the area I live in. So
Yeah, dangle's not bad. In multiplayer, it can be probably a little bit more of a pain in the ass, but
I
look.
can't do it, FDR. You should do a stump removal.
A stump removal? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually a good
easy.
idea. Yeah. I always forget that's a thing now.
You
Remove
can jump in
stumps.
that loader if you want, FDR.
Stumps are gone. Okay, in this loader?
Or the processor. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
processor.
driving
Sorry,
it.
you're gonna load? Right
No,
on.
no way.
Okay, that's all good. What were we?
Yeah,
This
that's-
thing set to fives? It is set to
I'm
fives.
not gonna have the other loader. I'm back in the bunker.
2 loaders.
Someone can have this dangle loader though.
Yeah, I bet.
skittered back.
Yeah, I'll jump in this get it.
All right.
Oops, what's going on here? There we go.
Pain in this thing.
Please.
Yeah, just go 2 logs at a time. It's slower loading with the dangle loader, but if you just kind of take her easy and don't go too crazy, it works out pretty good. Everybody's used to just shoveling the logs on there like 500 at a time, but sometimes you just gotta drop her down a notch, son.
A lot of times when I do longs, I'll use this grapple. Just
Yeah, I like that one for longs. You drag them on. Southern style. Well, southern style to me. Normal style to everybody else.
Am I just taking the bunches to whoever needs them?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've just been kind of watching the trees. Whoever gets low, I'll take them too. Look how
Yeah.
that one ran away from me. Wow, that worked real well.
So one thing I've noticed about this map is why is the map
knows?
and like the thing off?
The map on the what?
The map and just like
Oh,
where's the
like it's
actual
yeah, the
location
map.
off?
That I don't know. I've tried to figure that out. Something wrong with the PDA. I probably just took the image wrong or something. I'll fix it one day, but honestly, I just don't really care. Especially for this map, because everything's all over the place. Besides, it makes it more of a challenge. It's like real life when someone gives you a forestry map. You think that's gonna be accurate? Good luck.
Fair enough.
You have to use your. It's more like, hey, look for
Look for this specific
land
tree.
points. Something that looks
Hey
right.
Tex, you just let me know if you are running low on trees. Because if I just keep
Where are you
running
going,
into-
Maverick?
Just over to the other side of the cut here.
Let's keep to this side just because I want to keep our little structure that we got here. I don't want to.
Same
Oh,
side
you're gonna
of the
stay on
road,
this
just
side?
go
Okay, yeah. As I say,
behind
just
text there.
we'll cross the road here in a while when we run out of stuff. But
No,
yeah, if you're just going behind,
strip
that's
off
fine
this
too.
side.
As long as the skidders can still bring the wood kind of fashionably, that's all good.
Played in a couple days, so I'm a bit rusty.
Here, I'm gonna process this and then I'm gonna go load that other side real quick just to get a couple out so that we don't get overwhelmed with little ones here. Whoops.
Hopefully, like, I don't lose power because my town's running on generators right now.
Generators? That bad there?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Because in the middle of Nebraska, there was a couple.
Oh, Nebraska.
Where
Yeah, I guess that's kind of Tornado Alley down there, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing everybody should own.
A tornado?
No, a generator.
Oh, yeah.
No, but my small town,
I want a
we
tornado.
have a tiny little power plant. I guess it's just generators. So then, that's what the town's running on right now because the main power source to the city got cut off or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh, crazy. Man, that's got to be making people unhappy as heck, eh?
I mean, we're just all conserving energy.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do, I guess, eh? What's going on here?
It's so quiet with no flirty today.
Yeah, where is he? Hung over
Air
somewhere?
show. Him and I forget who went to an air show.
Oh, an air show.
Yeah.
That's random. Right on. Let's try to load it from this position, see what happens here. Feels pretty good. I think we'll be able to pull that off. Yeah, wild times. Air shows, eh? I don't think I've been to an air show since I was like just a wee lad. You know what I think's crazy? We have these guys. I don't know if they do that up there or not, but these guys that do like they run around the field with like parachutes and try to catch the wind so it flies them up in the air.
No.
Yeah, they're crazy. The other day I saw them flying around town and I was like, what the hell? But they just run around. We have like a little field park thing here. The other day I saw them just running around and I'm like, what are they doing? And they they wait for the wind to pick up and it picks them right up off the ground and they go flying up into the air.
As a young kid, I lived in Fraser Valley down in Chilliwack and always seeing, parachuters, hang gliders, gliders. Even where we lived in every day you'd see parachuters.
That's so crazy,
Lived there once in the 90s too, and we were on our way from Chilliwack to Hope.
Yeah.
And we watched this guy in a parachute up near Mount Chiam sit there and going in circles for about 20 minutes. We drove down the freeway on our way to Hope.
Yeah.
Looking up and back. The guy was in some kind of thermal, I guess.
Oh.
And he was just going in circles, having a good old time.
Huh.
I guess. Must have been.
Yeah.
He was screaming for help up there. Can I get out?
Yeah, you imagine.
I'll come down.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like he's having so much fun. Help me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hang glider, all that shit. They used to land in the dairy fields behind a trailer park where we lived.
Oops. Yeah, it's a wild sport, that one, eh? I don't know. Not for me, but
Nope.
I'm happy right here on the ground. I feel good about that.
Yep.
Even on the ground, some days I have days where I'm like, man, this ain't working out. I can't imagine it not going good up there. Not quite for me.
My grandmother's almost 70 and she's been skydiving, I think 5 times.
What?
Holy.
Crazy.
That's the worst, jumping out of a perfectly good airplane for no
Yeah.
other reason than to go meet the ground.
Right?
No. That sucker better be going down.
Yeah, literally. There's got to be
And
a reason.
I'm gonna take my chance at the steering wheel at least once before I jump out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure
played
this thing's
flight
flying?
Yeah.
I played lots of flight sim. Let me give it a try here.
Yeah. I don't know. I could fly an A10 Warthog probably in real life. Or I could at least start one. I don't know about flying it, but I could definitely start an A10. I played that DC game for way too long.
I'd have to go simple. The simpler it was, biplane. Biplane crash, and I think I could get that on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, biplane probably, hey? Not too complicated.
Anything that can glide. Some gliding factor, we got a chance. The bigger ones, they just fall.
Yeah, grab one, laddie.
Whoop.
I'll just push him around to the other side of you so then you can grab him a bit easier.
Okay, we'll call that a bunk. Let's get the other one. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I thought I loaded way too far forward.
Whoops. Huh. I thought the tree was just doing that glitch. I'll wait here for a minute, but it wasn't. I missed.
That's alright. I've done that only at least 200 times. Oops, sorry, buddy. I whacked your log.
Yeah, it's not really matter.
Log whacker.
I'll mess my pile up.
Yeah. Screwing it all.
Does he know I'm bunching?
Was the what and the what?
Does he know I'm bunching?
I don't know. I think Maverick's bunching, or was bunching.
Trying to.
But if you want to try the hill, I think there's another buncher there. I got 2.
Oh, no. We had enough stock to pull in.
Just one at a time.
Seen this shit? Wow. That was fun.
Go for a fly.
What's flipping?
Yeah, I managed to figure out how to get track sounds finally. That took an absolute nightmare of a time, but I figured it out. So now the tracks in the next update, whenever the hell that decides to happen, is going to be... They got all the squeaky, floppy sounds the tracks make when you walk around, so...
Right on.
It was bugging me because when I was working at the pellet plant there all week, I was listening to this guy on a big cat dozer right next to me. And, well, he wasn't right next to me, but his tracks were so freaking loud, it was just like... up and down the pile all day. And I was like, shit, I can hear that pretty violently from just inside this cab. And then when I played the game, I was like, man, that's what we need is the track sounds. So I went and tried it again because I could never make it work. But
I was going to throw them up, but I forgot there's no pictures. I guess pictures, yeah, the D9 that pushes piles at the Caribou pulp and paper plant.
oh yeah, big sucker. I'm pretty sure that's what they got. It's either a D8 or a D9 for sure. I didn't look at it, but huge. Just freaking, it dwarfs my wheel loader. It made my wheel loader look like a little bathtub toy. So I was like,
your wheel loader?
I don't know what it is. It's got to be close. It's a Volvo, like a really old Volvo, but it's got to be close. It's about the same size as the John Deere 624 that I ran. So it's, I don't know what the hell it is model-wise, but just a wee little guy. He's sticking together.
We have a John Deere 544 at the mill.
Oh yeah.
And, the harder I think it's a 90s model, and the harder you push that thing, the harder it works.
Oh yeah. That's not how the Volvo works, let me tell you. The harder you push that thing, the more it slips gears. It's funny, you should be like pushing up the hill and you're like, it's pretty steep pushing that you're doing. Like it's like a good 45-degree angle. And it's like brrrr, and you're like, yeah, okay, and then it's like ba-dunk, and you just feel the gear slip and it goes da-dunk, and then it's like brrrr, and you got nothing, and you're like, son of a bitch. So you gotta downshift, put it in reverse, back up, then put it in forward, and then it'll pick up the gears again. It's like, you piece of shit.
I love all the sound effects you were doing there.
Yeah, it's so accurate though. Like that's exactly what goes on. It's violent. I hated that thing. But that's the first loader. It was so funny because that's the first loader I learned on. Like in 2021, when I worked at Pinnacle, that's the first loader that I ever ran. Like I was on it, and those guys told me when they replaced it with the 624 that we had, they said, "Oh yeah, no, that Volvo's done, man. We drove it off a cliff. You'll never see that piece of shit again." And then, yeah, I go work for my contractor friend there, and he's like, well, you're never going to believe what you're running. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's that? He's like, that's the Volvo from Pinnacle. I'm like, no, it's dead. There's no way. But that bucket on it is just the most ridiculous freaking bucket. Just a square ball. It's some homemade farmer's contraption, that thing. But nobody else wanted to run it, so everyone else can just shut right up. Complain all they want, but unless you're running it. Geez, Riley, you're just firing through the wood, buddy. Good job. Your piles are actually straight. I like that. They're straight as you can be on this map.
Bit better than mine.
Well, yeah, but you were also using a mouse and keyboard, so I'm not going to hold you to any kind of quality standard when you use a mouse and keyboard.
Oh my god, these trees are running.
For the longest time, I ran one joystick.
Just one?
Wow.
That was just teasing yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That's a tease move right there. Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago, I finally got another one.
Yeah, it's yeah. How are you doing it with one? Just operating one part of it or something?
Yeah, I would just put like the boom on the X and the stick on the Y, and just use buttons for everything else.
Oh, I see.
Oy.
That must have been rough.
It was. It
Yeah.
sucked.
Hey, but now you're part of the cool club. You got another one, so.
I've ran bunchers that were mostly ran by the pedals. All your sticks did was move your boom and stick up and down.
Oh yeah.
Everything else was foot, tilt, grapple,
Sounds horrible.
crack, of course.
Takes some getting used to right there.
One of those old orange or white colored draught.
Oh, you got there, nub. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that was prehistoric.
Yeah.
Poor feet. Feet didn't know what to do.
Oh yeah. Well, that's it.
Tapping pedals all over the place. With that one, nope, no, not. There it is. Oh, tilt the head. Okay, cool. Close the grab arms. Ah, get. Nope, that one. Nope.
What are these? Extras? 10s? You want to take these back, Riley, and rerun them?
Yeah.
Let's put them somewhere over there for you.
I
It was
haven't had
there when I got here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's all good. I don't doubt you.
I'm
Trust
having
me.
hell with this thing ahead.
You're having a
it's
time.
fun.
You can switch. Do you want the one with the fixed head? I can do the dangle.
no.
That's cool.
I need to run this thing more in multiplayer anyway.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, just
I
if
just
it's
think
like,
it's
you know,
funny.
if you get to the point where something's pissing you off, then just, yeah, be like, I'm not doing this. But if you want experience,
You know you got a
absolutely.
tray, yeah, Maverick.
I see that. What's going on?
I was just pulling it up.
Oh, you want your skitter back then?
Ah, nah, it's alright. I'll jump in the other one.
Oh, I'm already gone. I was just gonna go clean up my mess. So.
And I haven't
These are
logged
cats, they don't
all
have
week. This is so nice to just come back to just doing this. You know, I bought these.
My hours have been so brutal. I come on, play the game for like 4 minutes, and no, that's it.
Yeah, it's all you can handle. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I definitely can't do it during the week when I'm doing my work week. There's just absolutely no way. I don't even want to look at a joystick by the end of the day. But the weekends, it's kind of nice.
Well, I live in front of my TV computer monitor thing, so my chair is there, so I sit in that even though I'm not playing.
Yeah, it's just put your hands on the joysticks and go, yeah, good enough.
As soon as I go for dinner, it's like, okay, game's off.
Is this top pile just getting mulched?
Oh, yeah, totally. Just mulch it. I'm going to grab this other B train sitting back here. Yeah, well, I finally actually bought the joystick mounts that I have suggested on my website because I got a whole different chair and setup now. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm actually just going to buy a set of these because I recommend them, but I've just heard good things from people, but I've never actually tried them. So I bought a set, and they're actually really cool because it keeps the joysticks kind of almost realistically where I want them. Before, when they were attached to my other chair, they sat like really, really high.
Right.
And that wasn't, you know, when you're in a real machine, obviously they sit kind of not really below, but almost equal to your wrist coming off the chair kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's like night and day difference for operating, just for control and stuff.
Yeah, the worst part about the
So
mounts,
they're what,
though,
desk mounts or?
Yeah, desk-mounted ones, yeah.
I have to say the worst part about them is just putting them together.
Oh my God, they were well, I didn't. My wife actually did it for me. I'm so happy she did because I was working all week, and she was off, and I'm like, oh, my joystick came in, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to build them. I hear it's a nightmare, and she's like, oh, I'll do it. I like building stuff, and I was like, sweet. And she was like, dude, that was so easy. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. And then we had to make adjustments, and she's like, oh, this is probably why they hated it.
It's,
It was
So they're
pretty
mounted
sweet.
to your desk permanently then.
I'm having troubles
but they
backing up
have
here.
they have little I can't think of the name of them.
Like
oh.
clamps.
Yeah.
They got these little clamps, so you like lift up the clamp and you can slide it and then put the clamp on. It's like a pressure clamp or whatever you call them.
Oh yeah.
But they're pretty dope.
Bit further.
I like them. I'm happy with them.
And once you get them built and adjusted where you want them, they're amazing. But
Oh yeah. Now they're
process.
perfect, but getting the start, oh god, it was a nightmare. Yeah, it's not super user friendly. But like I said, I'm actually super happy with them now, and I love it because when I'm not playing this, like if I'm gaming with my other buddies, you know, playing a different game or something, I can just unclasp that clamp thing and slide them over out of the way. Oh my god, that's so nice.
yes.
Hey, Riley, by any chance you don't, Riley, by any chance you don't want to switch processors?
That's my next build when I get my other sticks
Sorry, I
back.
don't mind.
This actual chair is going to be sitting on a pedestal, and my armrest, one of them anyway, is going to be able to tilt out or up like a real machine.
Yeah, totally. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I'd like to do both. I might do both depending on how. I've got a few ideas in my mind how one's gonna work, but I might do them both just to get them out of the way, like they would be in a real machine. You know, you can shove them right out of the way.
Yeah, just so
the
they're
one
not.
Anyway.
Yeah,
so
the one.
In and out the door kind of thing.
Yeah, and get them hydraulically enabled so the power goes off when you lift the thing. No, we don't get too realistic. That's just pushing it.
Nope, but
Okay.
I figured out the easiest way to make my chair work air is just buy one of them little 2-gallon air compressors.
Dude, you got to make it so you get rumble seats and stuff for the machine and the grapple and stuff. That'd be dope.
Oh, me just happy when the air works.
I want the leveling one that they have from like some of the simulators. That'd be so dope.
Have you watched Chris Sleep's video? His dad got a chair that is awesome.
In front of me.
Does it do that where it does the rotate thing?
Well, I was just about to say, get this. His dad is, I don't know, older than me anyway.
Yeah.
He got tossed out of his chair the other day.
Oh.
He plays race car game.
What?
Yeah, and he got tossed. His old man got tossed out of his chair.
Sounds like they got their settings tweaked a little high there.
I guess he rolled or something, and
Oh
Jared
man.
decided he had to roll with it.
Oh man. I don't know if I want that much realism or not.
His dad, he's got a video of his dad driving it. It looks insane. Guy's just giving her.
Yeah, it sounds like fun though.
He was joking about it. Yeah, my dad got thrown from his chair. What?
You're like,
Just
how?
wanted to see what it's like when it happened, not actually feel it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wanted the visuals, not the actual physical experience.
That's the worst part about this damn thick spoon.
Oops. Oh jeez.
We're starting to get a
I
little
just
bit smooth.
experimented with a little off-roading, and I cut the time off of the trip back by half.
Well, there you go.
Probably.
Amazing how that thing can sail down hills, hey?
You get enough
Oh, it's
air,
great.
clear most of the trees, yeah.
I just cheat and I teleport it back because I'm way too lazy.
That's what I was going to do with the first load while I was waiting for you guys all to show up, but that's why it got left at the gate.
I don't think
couldn't
the only
teleport.
thing you can't do. I don't know if this one lets you. Have you guys tried teleporting a load? I don't think that goes.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No,
Dis-
it leaves
it
the
dis-
logs on the ground.
yeah. Okay, that's what I figured.
Your
Anytime
logs
you
stay
reload the
there.
video, it just like treats it as if the physics are separate, and it's like, boop. See you later.
No, I made a mistake of trying that Pacific logging truck again and got it all loaded up. The friggin' thing would barely move, so now what do?
Right.
Gotta get it to the mill.
Got to drive my boss's Duramax all week because we were using the work truck to transport guys to the other town there, and I was just like, oh man, I missed having a truck. I've been driving my little piece of shit SUV thing for so long now that I'm just like, man, I haven't been in a truck in so long. And then I drove that thing and I was like, I need to buy a truck. But then I'm like, no, you don't. You have to wait.
Sorry, that tree's a little off kilter.
No, you're right.
Can I fit all this on there? I'm kind of getting a little
We know we're
greedy.
this load right now.
Just a little greedy here. Oh, no, that fits. If it fits, it ships, right? Not how it works?
I think so.
Sure. Let's go with that. It's a little stacked, a little high, but that's all right.
Hmm? Oh god.
Hey, what's going
You
on
know
there?
when you're processing the tree and that goes completely out of the grapple, but it's still cutting.
Yeah, so that's because you're trying to rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Too hard. It's just too heavy on the
Thank you.
processor. If you open your claws, it'll probably pop back in there.
I can't open my claws. It's not letting me.
Oh, there you go. There you got it. And then if you move it over here, there you go. Now it'll hold
There
it.
we go.
Yeah, try your absolute best when you're. Well, I know your mouse and keyboard, so it's hard to tell you. But while you're running them, try to keep the head straight with the pile and the trees straight with the pile, without
Yeah.
any major rotation. Because if you try to
It's just
force
because
it.
I can only do one thing at a time. So like if the
Oh, I
trees
see.
aren't
Yeah,
straight,
yeah.
I
Like I
can
said,
bring
your
it
mouse,
around
your
and
mouse and
rotate it.
keyboard, you're limited. It's time to go to your parents and yell at them and be like, "Mom and Dad, I need joysticks," and Jordan said so. And then they're gonna be like, "Who's Jordan?" And then just be like, "Don't worry, he's just an imaginary friend."
Some random guy I met on the street.
Yeah, he's this guy that has this windowless van. He's really nice. Yeah.
He gives free candy.
Yeah, that's right.
But I need joysticks.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.